Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on Thursday the 6th of April. Here you can see we have the two tables in front of us. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. These are the same studies, just highlighting different time frames. You can see here some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That means there's a confluence between the time frames, and that's what we're focusing most of our attention in these videos. The tables auto update every 5 minutes 24/7, meaning our members can see how the market stands right now in real time. So we're actually only going to cover one currency pair today because the tables are showing us a lot of currencies that we've already covered in previous videos this week, and it is going to be the last video of the week. It is bank holiday tomorrow, so I just want you to be aware there's no video tomorrow. However, the tables will still be running, and you can log in the morning and have a little look at what the tables are showing you. Now, we can see here that the dollar is the weakest currency at W1 on the trend traders, is the second weakest on the day traders, but topping the day traders today is the Swiss franc, and that's the currency that I'm going to be focusing on today. We're going to be focusing on dollar Swiss as the currency pair, so let's dive straight in. You can see here I'm on the weekly time frame, and dollar Swiss has been trading lower for some time now. We came up into the key highs around about this 1.0025 handle, and ever since then price has really pushed quite aggressively to the downside. We broke through the 0.94 lows, we retested them on the other side, and again we've been trading lower for the past few weeks. You can see that now we're breaking through more key levels of structure. So we've got the 0.91 handle, which has recently been tested a couple of times and found as support. However, this week price has broken through that level quite substantially, so that suggests to me that maybe we're going to see dollar Swiss come down to the next level of support, which I've got marked in at the moment as 0.8950, but ultimately could price trade all the way down to the 0.8775. That's the potential question mark we have here for dollar Swiss. Now, dollar fundamentally is weaker. A lot of the dollar data at the moment is coming out a lot weaker, and it's driving that dollar price to the downside, and it's making it weak. We've got the Swiss franc quite strong at the moment. The Swiss National Bank just hiked rates fairly aggressively, and it looks like inflation in Switzerland could continue to sort of control that dynamic there, and we could see the Swiss National Bank continue to hike rates, which could again be the reason why the Swiss franc is fairly aggressive at the moment. So let's take a look at the lower time frames on here. So I'm actually going to go to a first of all, we could look at the daily just to see how the daily's shaping up. Daily kind of suggesting that maybe, you know, you don't want to be looking to get short just yet, because you can see that yesterday's close was a sort of bullish pin candle, so that from support does suggest that maybe the sellers are exhausted here and that we could see a little bit of a pullback before seeing a continuation. So from a daily time frame perspective, it does look like we could trade a little bit higher. Now I do have this trend line put in as well. It comes from these highs here, and we can see projected out it's already had one rejection. So if price was to come up and get another rejection in here, maybe even back at that sort of 0.91 handle, if price could come up into there, reject the trend line resistance, that could offer sellers an opportunity to trade down to our previous supporting areas. Alternatively, if we were to go down to a lower time frame, you can see that the last 4-hour close was quite aggressively bearish, so you could look for one or two options. I feel if price was to trade through the level of support at 0.9025 and find resistance, then we could look for an opportunity to trade down again to the next level of resistance. So just something to watch out for. I'll be looking at kind of minor highs as well as these key areas in here to see if we can look for opportunities to the downside. Okay, so dollar Swiss potentially moving lower there. I will just pop over to Aussie Swiss. Obviously, Aussie Swiss still topping the day traders as well as a potential opportunity. Now, we've already spoken about Aussie Swiss this week on a number of occasions, so I will only go over it briefly because price has kind of reacted to an area that we pointed out. So if you were watching in and around these lows here, around about the 0.61 zone, those previous structure points, if you were watching around there, you can see price has started to trade lower from that point. So if you managed to get a position around there, you would be about 30 pips up, targeting sort of 60 pips and even 90 pips down to the support of 0.6. So keep your eye on Aussie Swiss as well, could continue lower there too. So hope you enjoyed all the content this week, and I look forward to speaking to you next week. Cheers.